this is where the 55-year-old bus driver made a brief appearance after he was arrested earlier this week after a video went viral where he is seen allegedly hitting a 17-year-old boy. Then he has been charged with 2 charges, one of common assault as well as the charge of attempted murder that was later added after the viewing of that video. And the case has been postponed to next week Friday, where he will be given an opportunity to apply for a bail. But we have heard after that video went viral, it sparked a lot of interest from various organizations. We have seen earlier on organizations like ANC Women's League, the EFF, COSAS, as well as SADC made their way to the court today in support of the family, making various calls, among others calling for justice to prevail on this matter, and others saying that they don't want to see him being given bail. But we have also heard from the COSAS earlier on after that video went viral, where they made a call to the Department of Education that actually they should scrap altogether all the contracts of scholar transport. And earlier on, school children also made their way to the court where they are protesting, showing their support to that 17-year-old boy. But with me, I am with the Provincial Secretary of COSAS, Thabiso Mabaso, who will just take us through some of the demands that they are making to the Department of Education following this matter. Thank you very much for joining us. You have made a call to the Department of Education saying that it should deal with the issue of scholar transport.
Yes, that is true. We have made a call to the Department of Basic Education here in the Free State Province to say to them we want them to cancel all scholar transport contracts in the province. As we currently speak, there are millions of rents that have been paid to the service providers of scholar transport. Some of them were paying them for cars that are not even roadworthy, that are not even fit to be carrying school learners. In regards to the case that we just attended here, we are glad that the National Prosecuting Authority has added a further charge of attempted murder upon the assault charge that was previously there. We are hopeful and we have faith in the justice system that indeed justice for the family and the child will be served. Considering the fact that this person is not a first-time offender, this person was arrested in 2002 or something, and he served a prison sentence of 2 years. When we heard this in court there to us, it further gave us, it emboldened our call to say that the Department of Basic Education should stop outsourcing this crucial service of transporting learners to external service providers, because it's quite clear that these external service providers do not do due diligence in terms of checking the backgrounds of the people that are transporting these learners, and as such there is no way that the Department of Basic Education can claim that these learners are safe in this transport so long as due process is not being done from their side and on the side of the service providers that they use. And that is why we are saying the Department of Basic Education in the Free State Province must call us, all of us as education stakeholders in the province. We must sit down and we must draft a scholar transport policy in the province. This will regulate scholar transport that is being provided by the department itself and the scholar transport that is being provided by independent parties that are hired by parents themselves to transport their learners. Because even those cars themselves, most of them in fact are not roadworthy. They are not cars that should be carrying learners. We see them every day. It's a Mr. School. They'll be carrying school children, young children, primary school kids in the back of a buggy, and an overload for that matter. These are people who are young by age and who are playful by nature. What if one of them or few of them happen to fall outside of that buggy and they get harmed along the way? These are some of the risks that the Department of Basic Education has been for quite a long time passing a blind eye upon. And we are saying, as COSAS in the Free State, we have had enough of the Department of Basic Education turning a blind eye on the dire state of scholar transport in the province. It is time that we come together, stakeholders, and we solve this problem before we start seeing more challenges than we have already seen. As it stands, we receive these things on a weekly basis. These calls from learners who are saying we are stuck with the scholar transportation, it has collapsed along the way. We receive these calls from parents saying my child has not been going to school for a week because the scholar transport that was provided by Basic Education is not coming. But if you check, this person is being paid each and every month, even though this car is not going and fetching the learners sometimes because of the fact that they are not in good conditions. These people are being paid without any questions from the Department of Basic Education, even though these cars, they died 3 times or 2 times in 1 week. This is, to us, it says the Department of Basic Education, people in there, are benefiting from these service providers of scholar transportation, because there is no way that the Department of Basic Education would spend taxpayers' money on services that are not worth money, because we believe that the current cohort of scholar transports that we have in the Free State Province, they are not at all fit to be transporting school learners. As we've said, we will be sharing some of the pictures on social media, on our social media page, just to show to the people of Free State why we are saying they must be terminated, these contracts, and the Department of Basic Education must buy its own fleet, hire its own personnel to drive these learners, personnel that will go undergo training on how to deal and handle learners in the case in which a learner misbehaves.